course, we're in conversation with Beverly Jalango, and of course, unaweza mpata pale mtandaoni. Just want to make sure that we get to have this great conversation about sustainability. And if you know her, she's such a great person when it comes to just great conversations on sustainability. And pia ni artist, lakini you owe me a painting, right? No, I'm just saying. But of course, it's a good morning. Yeah. So one thing about the pageant is that it trains people on different things, and of course, advocacy is one of them when it comes to environmental sustainability. In what ways does Miss Kenya pageant empower the contestants? Because last week we had one of them, and of course, she broke it down to us what her functions are. But of course, when it comes to advocacy, how do you make sure that there is proper training to make sure that they get to understand what their agenda really is?
A lot about advocacy has to do with knowledge and having a command of that same knowledge. So we try as much as possible, when we onboard them, after we do a shortlist, then we expose them to as much as possible in terms of knowledge. During the boot camp, we have different kinds of sustainability experts who come out and share with them. And in addition to that, we do have a networking session that happens just before the coronation event that allows for that networking, so that if there's anything they're able to or are doing in their local areas, then they can network and use those networks to advance that. But in addition, we do have, given the last cohort, we do have instances where we've had people or experts who have reached out to see if they can work with certain contestants. Most recently being CISO with Professor Igade from Moi University, Eldred. There was a sustainability event that they roped her in down in Mombasa. We've had Faith, who's the Miss Fire, out with the Kenyan women in the US when they recently had their annual event in Nairobi. There was a mentorship session, and Faith was actually one of the keynote speakers. So more than anything, we try to expose them to a network. We also try to expose them to a knowledge base that can help long term. We engage them in different initiatives, like the most recent one that's coming up out in Mlolongo. We will have a Miss Fire for sure, and hopefully Miss Air too will be there. Miss Water is a little bit on the far side of things, but yes, we try as much as possible, because ultimately they're the ones who gain that traction in their own areas. And if more of us are doing this, and that's the idea of it, if more of us are doing this, even in an imperfect way, it creates more impact than individuals doing it in a perfect way.
When you think of course, these young girls, and I know there's people listening right now and they're like, you know what, I'm passionate about sustainability. I would love to be Miss Earth this year, Miss Fire, Miss Water, Miss Air. What's the criteria? And is sustainability part of the criteria already, or you can, learn on the job?
Given what we're working with, and again, eye on the ball, we are trying to make sure that whoever we pick is able to be as competitive on an international stage. So, it's great that there is interest, but we try as much as possible to work with people who have got a strong sustainability background and traction, and also just being, because there is a saying that says that motivation is not everything. There's that part of it that has to be discipline, and discipline is built over time, habits and things like that. So if you're not about that life, then
you can't fake it, right?
No.
So if you want to come on, it's September this year, right?
No,
the pageant.
We've moved it up. It's in July. 20th.
So kama ujanza, anza for next year.
Yeah. And registration is open.
Yeah, registration is open.